Hello and welcome to another quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix, of another furry visual novel. This one, Far Beyond Our World, or The Worlds. A game where I'm not sure if you get reincarnated in another world or you just lose your memory. But whatever the case, there are wolves in this game. And I do want to note one thing. Two things. One, if you want to play this game, you can get it for free, not on itch.io, but if you want to support people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, you can go to their Patreon. The itch.io page seems to be a little bit dead, but Patreon's still going, and it's $1 a month. Now, the other thing I wanted to note is that when I started this game, I used version, what was it again? Like 0.13, which started me at chapter 13. But then, I guess to start the game I have to download 4.5.8, which is an older version. It do be like that sometimes. But whatever. Let's reset my face. And start. Ooh, my eyes are a bit up. There we go. Complete nothingness. I feel as if nothing existed before this moment. No memories of anything other than this utter void. I don't know how long I've been here. Time seems to stretch into eternity. The rhythmic thumping ooh-ooh that accompanies me starts to fade away. I somehow know it's the sound of my very own heart beating, silenced, as if death embraced me. Is this what death feels like? How can I be dead if I haven't even lived? I cannot feel anything, summon any emotion. It's just me, and this thought, and this thorough nothingness. Finally, silence envelops me, but it is not death. Whatever's happening, it does not offer me release from this empty awareness. Exclamation marks. Suddenly, I hear hundreds of whispers. One voice, really, but boundless and out of time. It folds onto itself, forming an incoherent chatter. The language sounds so foreign, yet it speaks to me to my very core. Bits and pieces flood my mind like a tidal wave. Among the onslaught of chaos, I shift through these strange words, failing to find anything intelligible. Exclamation mark. Excruciating pain surges through my mind, like a blunt force to the head. The key. I want to scream in agony as my entire being is set aflame by those words. Then the black canvas pulls over my eyes. I can see the darkness now, cold and pitch black. Black stone. Another surge fills my mind with painful awareness. I know what stones are, what earth is. This void is not native to me. I came from a world beyond this nothingness. I'm trapped here. You and I. I suffer another torment. I feel myself materialize in the abyss, a body becoming the edge of existence. I am no longer floating in nothingness. Instead, I'm immobile, restrained, and left in the dark. I must break free. This isn't right. This isn't right. Wake up. The whispers intensify, as if urging me on. Am I dreaming? Is this a nightmare? Wake up. Their anger rises as the command is harder to ignore through the agony caused by each word. I want to wake up. I do. Wake up. Open eyes. The light rushes into my eyes as if stricken by lightning. I know what lightning is. I can picture it crackle across the stormy sky. I'm sure I've seen a storm before, and with the flashes so bright that for a split second everything turns white. Pretty much like now. I am forced to squint as my vision doesn't adjust. Everything is so blurry and white. I could have sworn I was staring into the sun. Sun. I can almost recall its warmth. I'm certain I belong here, in this world. The void that held me moments ago slowly fades into my memory. It was just a dream, and now that I'm awake, I'll return to my normal life, whatever it may be. Despite trying my hardest, I cannot remember anything concrete about my past. The pain in my eyes lingers, and I want to shield myself from the glare. However, my body is numb. I try to raise my hand, to bring it to my head, but it only flops in place. My heart speeds up at the horrid realization. I cannot move. I try to speak, but it only comes out as a mumble as I struggle against my limp body. Am I paralyzed? My fingers twitch as I concentrate on them, tapping at the soft mattress beneath me. No, I'm just frozen. I can feel that I woke up from some long, deep sleep and body just now started thawing. Somehow, I managed to use my lifeless hand as a pendulum to flip myself to the left side. I arch my back, crawling like a snake on the bed, trying to get to the edge. Finally, my eyes adjust, and I can see the room. Raising my head is a challenge, but eventually I manage to have a proper look around. I can see the door in front of me. There's only one window. It has a wide, cluttered ledge, and lets in light from the an early afternoon. There isn't much in the way of furniture, just a wooden chest next to the door, a cupboard to the left, and a large wardrobe next to the window. I can't help but notice how dirty everything is, with cobwebs in every corner and dust filling the air. Despite my memory loss, I'm sure of one thing. This isn't my room. This is not my home. Where the hell am I? I struggle a bit further, still very much numb, although I can feel life return to my limbs. I push myself over the edge, which I fast realize is a mistake, as I fall hard on the wooden floor with a loud thud. I almost pass out at the force with which my head slams the boards, but the cold of the ground instantly seeps through my naked skin, bringing me back to my senses. I try to collect myself from the floor, pushing hard with both hands, but it feels as if I'm lifting a boulder. All I manage to do is sit up in a groggy fashion, noticing my naked upper body, ooh. At least my lower part is covered by what I think is loincloth, which is strange to say the least. There's sound of heavy footsteps approaching me from the adjacent room. I gaze at the doors anxiously, expecting some sort of familiar face coming to my aid. Maybe I'm away with family, even though I can't remember who my family are. Everything feels so strange and out of place. The door cracks open, and my wistful thinking is snuffed out by a large wolf creature entering the room. He's covered in thick black fur, standing upright on his hind legs, with torso chiseled like a marble statue. For a split second, my attention drifts to a round black stone resting in his chest, filling me with an odd sense of dread. However, it's quickly replaced by a more rational fear, as I shiver at the sight of the wolf's clawed paws tensing up in anticipation. The beast snarls, gazing at me with his wild red eyes, almost as if looking right through me, and I can't help but stare back at his massive snout filled with jagged fangs. My fucking luck. I told him not to leave me alone. I don't even register that he speaks, feeling weakness overtake me. I must be dreaming. This is a nightmare. I mean, is it a nightmare? Yeah, anyways. I mean, I'm not sure if it's that type of game. Actually, I do have the thing pulled up. Yep, 18 plus. Hyena. Finally, I win the inner battle and manage to regain control of my frozen body. I throw myself up against the cupboard, climbing like a cliff. Instinctively, I pull on a drawer, hastily rummage through its contents to find anything I can use to defend myself. Okay, come on. Seriously, he isn't attacking you. Amongst the clothes and trinkets, I grasp something in a hand, with a hard handle, and pull it out. It's a dildo. Holding it tight in front of me with both hands. What are you doing? The wolf regards my weapon with mild contempt. It's a wooden comb. Despite how foolish I look, I still hold it out in front of me, jabbing at the air to make the beast aware I mean business. Before I can react, he's already on me. Ooh, one paw grabbing my neck and pushing me hard against the wall. My hand bounces off it like a ball, and I nearly drop my only weapon. That's when his massive paw squeezes my left wrist. The pressure he applies to my bones, taking the floor from underneath me. Okay. My legs are noodles, and I simply hang from his hold. Let it go. He reinstates through his fangs, snarling straight into my face. I tear up as he squeezes harder, almost to the breaking point. Without choice, I let the comb go, and it flops on the floor. Next thing I know, I'm being swung onto the bed like a rag doll, my weight meaning nothing to the beast. I bounce off the bedding, scraping my shin bone on the wooden frame. The pain jolts into my head, and I gasp, quickly grab my leg, and pulling it close to myself. Fuck, it hurts. It almost makes me forget about this still throbbing wrist. Now stay there if you know it's good for you. I'll be back in a moment. The wolf huffs at me in annoyance and hastily leaves the room, closing the doors behind him. What the fuck is going on? Why can't I wake up? I lay there on the bed, huddled in pain and crying, desperately trying to end this nightmare, with no success. It's not a nightmare. I'll just be like, what the fuck's going... Oh, hey, Daddy. Hey, you. The pain lessens, and panic slowly switches me from fight to flight mode. I need to escape. I can hear the beast rummaging in the next room, clearly looking for something. I look towards the window and realize that I don't want to find out what he's looking for. He's looking for a lube. His current preoccupation is my best chance to get out of here. I try to step off the bed as quickly as I can, or quietly, tiptoeing as I move closer towards my only route of escape. I freeze up as one of the floorboards creaks, almost as if on cue. My eyes trail to the doors and away my options. Oh, we're on the first floor? Instinct overtakes me, and I jolt to the ledge, immediately looking the latch lock at the window, but I cannot open it because of all the clutter. Seriously, dude? In a panic, I begin brushing everything off with complete abandon, racket echoing across the empty room. I can see the forest in front of me, freedom, just within my reach. He is a wolf, so he's probably going to be able to run faster than you, who is presumably human. Help! Help! I yell out as I hear the beast storm in, doors flying open with a bang. What the fuck? Somebody help me! Not even a second later, the entire world turns, as if I were on a merry-go-round. My stomach moves up to my throat, and I fly across the room with the force of the spin. I grasp as my back strikes the bed again. Despite the padding, it's very rough landing. Before I can even register the world of pain my entire body is in, I see the black shadow swoop above me. The entire bed shakes as the beast lands on top of me, his powerful paws flanking me on both sides. Ooh. He presses his snarling muzzle to my cheek, forcing my face to one side and pressing it deeper into the bedding. I guess we have to do it the hard way. My eyes well up as I feel him dribble onto my cheek with each hot puff of air. Please, somebody. He cuts me off with his paw, pressing it hard into my mouth. I continue my muffled shouts as I cry in horror. Wake up! But I can't wake up. Shut up, or I'll rip your fucking throat out. The beast growls, grabbing my neck with his other paw, the weight of the upper body now fully pressed down on me. He's squeezing my windpipe shut without even trying. I want to gouge his eyes to throw him off, but I'm able to reach his muzzle over the bulging muscles of his arms and shoulders. I clam my eyes shut as my body begins to convulse, partly due to hysteria, but mainly because I'm desperately trying to draw air. Finally, my hands go limp as I fall lifelessly to the bed, ending my panic defense. Or pathetic. Pathetic? Yep, pathetic. I will die here. I don't want to die. My muffled screams begin to fade as the agonizing pain fills my empty lungs. Shut up! He pushes harder, increasing my desperate tremors. My body becomes unresponsive, and I lose any sense of self. I can hear his angry growl hush above me, just as everything begins to fade. I slowly return to the darkness, again accompanied by only my beating heart. My mind stirs, with slight discomfort stretching across my entire body. My mouth is dry, and there is tension in my joints. I now realize my arms are twisted behind my back, arching it upwards in an uncomfortable way. I can feel as if something unpleasant was stuck at the back of my throat. Did I fall asleep like this? I'm not sure what happened. I think I was having a bad dream. Something about a werewolf and a cabin in the woods. I seem to be having a lot of night terrors lately. I'm glad I can finally wake up. But as I open my eyes, it's clear that the nightmare isn't over yet. It's this same dingy little room with a small window, black fur and fangs flashing through my mind. Oh no. The savage attack was not a dream. I try to jump up, but my hands and ankles are tied together with a length of rope, bounding me like a parcel. I can't roll to either side without dislocating my shoulder. There's no breaking free from this. When I try to speak, I realize I'm gagged with a dirty cloth, which explains the dryness and weird, briny aftertaste. Guess where the cloth came from? Ooh woo. Look around the room, trying to jog any memories of this place. Was I kidnapped? Is this some sort of messed up prank? It's just a prank, brah. I try to rationalize my situation. However, the more I think about it, the more cold sweats dawn my body. Why can't I remember anything else than this cabin? Is anyone even looking for me? I can hear someone in the other room, heavy footsteps pacing impatiently back and forth. I gaze at the door with dread, almost certain it is the same beast that just attacked me, when I hear someone else enter the cabin. Finally, what took you so long? The cold voice confirms my suspicion. It's that brute. I had to avoid my father all day. He only just left. The hunt should buy us time at least until the morning. The hunt? Okay, yeah. How's the human? Okay, so they know what humans are in this universe. And we're human. Peachy. I frowned at the comment. Peachy indeed. What do you mean? He's awake? See for yourself. There's a rush of padding towards the door, and a panic as a massive grey wolf enters the room. He's dressed in some sort of medieval armor, green cloak falling from his shoulders. Initially, he has an excited expression, but it immediately sours at my predicament. He throws an angry gaze towards the black male who tied me up. What the hell did you do to him? The human should have been tied up to begin with. He tried to escape. When I see the brute, I want to scream, to run away, but all I can do is wiggle and mumble. Grey Wolf approaches me, looking down carefully over my body. Are those choke marks? He's all bruised. I saved our pelts, you idiot. My eyes open wide at the creatures arguing at the foot of the bed. Seeing one of the wolves was bad enough, but seeing them both sends a chill down my spine. All I can do is stare, motionless. They're both enormous, much taller than what I'd consider natural, with broad shoulders, making their entire posture more than intimidating. And that's without accounting for all the fangs and claws. I am terrified. And then they're looking at me weird. I avoid looking directly at them, but a shadow moves to the corner of my eye. The Grey Wolf is approaching me, slowly, paw extended towards my face. Help! Somebody help me! I try to call out, but all I accomplish are muffled whines through the gag. My crushed windpipe feels as if I've swallowed a stone, a painful lump stuck halfway down my throat, thanks to that monster. Shh! The Grey Wolf tries to shush me, but I continue to yelp, despite how much it hurts. Help! I want to wake up. Please, be quiet. His soft pleading almost causes me to stop, but I can hear a deep growl behind him. Just fucking kill it, before everyone hears this. And just like that, the most instinctual cry comes to me, one I always fall upon in a seemingly unending nightmare. I always fall upon in seemingly okay. Mom! Mommy! Okay, this guy's kind of a bitch. Also, I remember, just a side note, it's like, I remember like in lots of movies and stuff that people would call out to the moms or something like that. Is that a thing that people do when they're scared or something like that? I don't know. This is a bad dream. It has to be. Stop snarling. You're making it worse. See? He's pissing all over himself. We're gonna have to clean up all that piss, because that piss baby's pissing. The Grey Wolf snaps his companion and then lets go of the bed, his chest hovering right above me. Being exposed like this makes me shout out even more. However, his massive paw gently presses down my face. Although he's trying to silence me, this wolf is going about it differently than the previous one. His other paw reaches behind my head, holding me securely and gently ruffling my hair. Shh. His greenish eyes plead with mine, and I find his expression and demeanor almost soothing. Please, calm down. I notice he begins to match his breath with mine, his massive chest expanding with the same rhythm. He is guiding me down from the edge of panic, and for whatever reason, I follow. All I want is to feel safe, and somehow he manages to make me feel just that. Slowly, I let down my fight, my muffled voice getting fainter and fainter. That's right. He encourages me. Nothing's going to happen to you, I promise. I'm going to let go, but you have to stop screaming. I look at him, wide-eyed. He speaks slowly at me, enunciating every word in an odd fashion. If anyone finds out you're here... He gestures at a clawed finger towards his neck, making an unmistakable slit mark. I guess he means I would be killed. Do you understand? I don't, but I'm in no position to inquire further, so I simply close my eyes and take a deep breath. Good. It's okay. His voice is oddly comforting, as if I've heard it before. Let me fix this. My mind tells me to run whenever my body is powerless. However, I must trust him. There is no choice. Besides, if he wanted to hurt me, he would have done so already. He removes a paw from my face, his furry fingers brushing the cloth fastened around it. I can see his claws carefully pick at the rim. I will take this off, but you must promise me that you won't scream. My eyes tear up as I watch his massive paw open in rhythm with his words. Jaw. I swear I can read. Not well, but I can. I think it's only now 6 that those beasts indeed talk. You can't be serious. The brute protests, looking at me with a murderous gaze, but the grey wolf ignores him. I wouldn't exactly call him grey, he's more brownish, you know? Like he has a bit more grey. Anyways, he looks expectantly at me, bringing a finger to his lips to emphasize that I need to stay quiet. Okay? I nod, closing my eyes. As he removes the cloth, pulling the bundle from my mouth, I gasp in relief, tears flowing down my cheeks freely, and I start yelling again. When I try to catch my breath, the grey wolf inspects the material with which I was gagged, licking Manga's companion with a disgusted expression. So wait, it really was his loincloth? Is this my... I had to improvise. The black wolf shrugs. I can't even contemplate the implication as my mind begins to spin out of control. What the fuck is going on? I ask myself in a pitiful squeak. The grey wolf looks to his companion. What language is that? Vanner? Or Furyerer? So wait. Is this... We can understand what they say, but they can't understand us? How should I know? I don't speak human. What are they talking about? I understand them perfectly. Great. How are we going to explain this to him after you brutalize the kid? I was being gentle. Explain what? I asked them without even thinking what I'm doing. I notice both males looking at me wide-eyed, as if they've seen a ghost. For the first time, the black wolf shows an expression other than scorn. What's going on? The wolves briefly exchange gazes, looking back at me with the same surprise in their eyes. What? It speaks. It might be just a few words. The grey wolf shakes his head, looking at me for confirmation. Right? I don't respond. My thoughts are only spinning in complete confusion, and the grey wolf simply points to my legs. Let's get you untied, huh? I wouldn't do that. I ignore the brute and hastily nod to the grey wolf, desperately wanting to get out of this awkward position. I need him to trust us. How can he do that when he's all tied up like a prisoner? He works his fingers around the knot, ooh-woo, cursing under his breath. Fuck, did you have to make this tight? The other wolf only shrugs. I can't see much, but I can feel stinging of bruised skin on as the rope finally loosens up. There we go. My legs stretch out, almost on their own accord, and the tension in my knees finally letting up. I sigh in relief. I didn't think it would be possible to feel this good just stretching out like this. Oh, buddy, have you never stretched out and it just felt, for lack of a better word, orgasmic? I mean, come on. Right, I need to turn you on your back. He circles the air with his finger, letting me know what he intends to do. I just nod. Please, don't do anything stupid. What could I possibly do with two monsters hulking over me? I allow myself to be rolled over, and I feel as the grey wolf walks onto the bed and mounts my back. Ooh. His voice is tinged with embarrassment as I grunt under his weight. Sorry, just a precaution. He squats on my butt, hold his muscular legs on either side of my torso, squeezing tightly to hold me fast. I guess he doesn't trust me to stay still. It takes him a while to undo the knot, but when he finally is done, I feel blood rush into my hands. try to push myself up, to force some life into my nimb limbs, but I feel giant paw pressing against the naked back with leathery pads. Don't make me regret this. He whispers the words into my ear, and his cautious tone completely throws me off. I'm not a dangerous one here. Not wanting to startle him, I stay still until he gets off me, turning back to face them only when I feel his weight disappear. His paw slides off my back, but he keeps hovering above me, his form dwarfing mine. I'm calm enough to finally have a proper look at him. His fur is gray. It's more brownish, but with slight brown tint to it. Okay, fair enough. I rub my stinging wrists, tracing the red marks where the ropes held me. I do that more out of contemplation rather than actual pain. Everything is so confusing and absurd, yet feels so real. You okay? Am I? I adjust myself on the bed, trying to raise slightly, so that the wolf man doesn't hover over me in such an awkward fashion. His eyes are kind and show caring person behind the mask of a wild beast, a stark contrast to the muscular and burly build, not to mention his black companion. I am sitting in a strange room, surrounded by talking wolves. If this is not a dream, then I must be insane. Seriously, you did a number on the poor kid. The gray wolf's eyes out my neck, causing me to immediately touch it. I wince in pain, drawing air through my teeth. My throat still hurts, and clearly doesn't want to be touched. Gaining his trust will take a fucking miracle now. He throws an angry stare at the black male, who simply raises his brow. His trust? What about us? He could be dangerous. Don't be ridiculous. He's tiny and obviously frightened. How dangerous could he possibly be? I'm not sure I'm frightened anymore. My emotions are running riot, and I have no idea what I actually feel right now. I just sit there, unsure of what to do. The Grey Wolf's demeanor is quite disarming. His kind eyes and soothing voice allow me to calm the torrent in my head ever so slightly. Between him and the Black Brute, he generally doesn't seem to wish me harm. I resume rubbing my wrists, and the Grey Wolf notices that. His big paw reaches out to them. As he's about to touch me, I clasp his paw with both hands and bring it close to my face so that I can have a better look. It is soft to the touch, the fur kept and having a vague scent of the forest. I turn the paw to reveal its underside with 6 distinct leather pads. They are dark brown and surprisingly supple, more akin to skin than what I initially thought. I trace my finger from his palm up to the dull tip of his middle claw. It's so surreal. Before I let go of his paw, I ruffle the fur around his wrist, trying to find where there might be some sort of partition in the costume. Oh no, I've been kidnapped by furries. I find nothing, gazing at the muzzle of the wolf, dumbfounded. Why would I ever think it's a costume? I can't help myself but reach out and touch his chest. Despite the fur, can clearly see defined muscles. Are you getting an erection from this? Does this turn you on? Also, how does this work? Is that supposed to be metal? Anyways, I carefully... sorry, really bigs me up, but let's check the time. Okay. I carefully brush away around the necklace. Its stone is white, but otherwise looks familiar to the one the Black Wolf wears. I sink my fingers into the fur, and I'm immediately met with contrasting sensations, the softness of the coat, and the rock-hard pecs beneath it. His chest expands heavily with each breath, while I move my hand from one breast to the other, completely mesmerized. He feels so warm. I can't believe my senses. This can't possibly be real. Him. Or, clears his throat, looking as confused as I am. My eyes and hands drift to his snout, but I stop short from touching him. He looks at me with slight surprise, but as he notices my hesitation, he pulls his muzzle into my open palm. His nose is wet and warm, like I expect a wolf's nose to be. What are you doing? Don't let... I want him to feel at ease. I bet it'd be kind of funny. I was like, well, I bet you want him to feel something. Ooh, woo. The grey wolf extends his paw towards the companion in a calming manner. Let him know to leave him be. I'm completely lost in my own thoughts as my hand wanders the length of his muzzle, all the way to his cheeks. I groom his side fluff, realizing how soft and pleasant the grey fur is. As I caress his face, he rests his head into my hands, looking almost cute and innocent. I hear soft thumping of his tail against the bed. He's enjoying my attention, but I'm not really petting him. I'm simply trying to convince myself he's not an illusion. Finally, I venture lower to his mouth, fueled by this exploring frenzy. The main character is fucking weird. I mean, he immediately goes into fight or flight mode, and then when things calm down, he's like, I've got to touch these people. Like, I'm gonna just rub his nose and his pecs and his paws, and I'm gonna stick my fingers in his mouth. I'm gonna just put one hand on the top, John, one hand on the bottom, open it up wide and look inside, be like, hey, is there a guy in there? I almost touch his lips when I hear a soft growl from the black wolf. Careful now. He used to chew on his toys. I blink, pulling back my hand back. What am I doing? I was about to foolishly stick my fingers into a wolf's maw. I grimace in discomfort, but the grey male simply smiles at me. Any thought of harm quickly disappears from my mind, but another troubling realization takes its place. He's real. You're a wolf? Or a wolf? I try to keep a straight face as I say those ridiculous words. Yes, and you're a human. He touches my shoulder with his paw, his words still annoyingly slow and steady. I finally realize what it is that bothers me about it. He talks to me as if I were either stupid or a child. And since I'm not a child, feeling patronized, I finally snap out of my stupor and brush his paw away. Where the hell am I? Who are you people? The two wolves exchange confused looks, this time both of their expressions turning. That's more than just a few words. The brute is clearly upset that he can speak, and it only fuels my frustration. Can you understand us? Yes, of course I can. What is this place? This is my home. Why am I here? Did you kidnap me? What? No, I found you. How did it learn our language? There's not a hint of accent. It's as if it was born and raised here. The Black Wolf's inquisition to my linguistic skills finally pissed me off. What are you talking about? I'm not speaking your language. You're speaking mine. You were raised to speak Wolven? Yeah, right. Someone shaved his ugliest pup and abandoned it in the woods. Speaking Wolven? As in what? Growling and howling? I'm so confused. Okay, dude, that's like super racist. I cannot hear this Wolven language they insist I'm using. I do not know what you're talking about, but this is my language. Always has been. You're either a spy or a fucking lunatic. I'm neither, you dumb beast. Seriously, the main character is pretty stupid. Like, I was kind of like I randomly used a random number generator to pick these things, but I also kind of like this one because one of the images was kind of like a decently looking wolf chick. And it's like, okay, because as much as I do like LGBT centered visual novels, it is kind of a sausage fest sometimes for obvious reasons. But I spit out in anger, causing the black wolf to snarl viciously, his fur bristling. Oh yeah, and continue on with that thought. The main character seems a bit stupid. Like, extra stupid. I quickly regret doing that, but I can see the black monsters tense up, ready to give me another thrashing. Shut up, both of you. The gray wolf looks back at me with slight annoyance. I thought you said you can understand us. Yeah. So, which part of being killed, if discovered, did you not get? He gives me a stern look, and I cool down a bit. Talking back to either of them is not the best idea. Yeah, no shit. We need to keep quiet. Why? What's going on? You shouldn't be here. I'll explain everything, but for the time being, please trust me. That feels like a stretch. However, I don't seem to have any other options. Okay, fine. I concede through a sigh. But I don't understand anything of what's going on here. How are you speaking our language? This is the language. This language is what I know. What I've always known. We heard you speak something else, though. I don't know what you said, but it wasn't woven. What? No, that's not right. I don't remember speaking or thinking any other language. I really need you to help me out here. Grey Wolf looks at me worried, hastily sitting down on the bed and reaching for my hand. I flinch, surrounded by the beast's movements and proximity, managing to retrieve my hand before the paw lands on it. I cradle it near my chest, making the wolf aware I'm not okay with him touching me. Seriously? But he's a wolf. And sexy. He let you touch him. Gaw. It may be a little hypocritical, considering I took full liberty, in touching him, but that thought quickly disappears with another bizarre question. Do you speak Tigran, perhaps? Tigran? I scoff, almost mocking the gray wolf. As in tigers? You're saying there's talking tigers out there? The wolf's eyes wander off in annoyance, as if he wants me to just make my jaded point already. What else? Elephants? Ooh, I bet their language is what? Elephantine? Seriously, guy. You're in another world, probably, or have amnesia, probably the former, and you're being unhelpful from people who are helping you. I finally lose it, and I'm able to contain a chuckle. This human is fluent in our language, and even cracks jokes. This whole mess just went from bad to worse. What are we gonna do now? I don't know. My thoughts begin to wander off to the world outside this room. Where the hell am I? That's exactly my point. You never think these things through. Your father will. He doesn't have to know. Have you gone mad? Is that thing contagious? At least for now. Let's keep my father out of it. Okay, what's contagious? You mean me? I need to find a way to present this in the least controversial way. How do you want to do that? Roll the human in honey and cover him with fur? What are they even talking about? Obviously not. No, that's a relief because it's... Wait, no. No? That's a relief because it's not crazier than smuggling the human here in the first place. I don't know why I allowed you to rope me into this. I just look between the wolves arguing, still none the wiser. Can someone please explain to me what's going on? I find myself barking out in annoyance. The Grey Wolf looks at me surprised, and then sighs. I guess this is where we introduce ourselves. He straightens up, pumping his chest up. It's clear that he's trying to be presentable, as if it'll make any difference to me. Don't. My name is Rannoch. He speaks slowly, deepening his voice like some guys do when they try to impress. And this is Volgor. And he notices my reluctant gaze towards the other wolf and laughs awkwardly, the self-important image dissipating almost instantly. Don't mind him. Despite his demeanor, he's a good friend. A friend? He almost killed me. I shout, glaring at the black male with hatred in my eyes. I can see him hovering over me, choking me until I pass out. Rannoch frantically shushes me, pushes his finger against his lips. If I wanted you dead, do you think you'd still be bitching about it, little piggy? A soft growl follows the wolf's words, but he cuts off as Rannoch gives him a stern look. What he did was a bit harsh, but in truth, he saved your life. What are you talking about? He nearly took the life out of me. If anyone would find you here, you'd be killed. His voice tries to convey the gravity of the situation, but I'm at a loss. You keep saying that, but don't explain why. We don't allow other kin into our force. Trespassing is forbidden, and punishable by death. What the hell are other kin? You for one, little piggy. Oink, oink, oink. It is a term for any intelligent species other than your own. You are an other kin to us, just as we are other kin to you. I shake my head slightly, trying to comprehend what he's saying. Hold on. You really mean that there are more talking beasts out there? Either it's kidding, or there's something wrong with it. You don't remember? The Grey Wolf looks at me pleadingly, as if asking to end whatever game I'm playing. I think I would remember living in a world inhabited by talking animals. Rannoch's brow narrows, showing me he has taken offense to my comment. We're as much talking animals as you are a talking chimp. I'd say it looks more like a talking piece of would-be ham. Now, I'm the one offended. Stop calling me it. I have a name. It's... Type, 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 type. Well, you didn't give it to us. No, didn't ask its name. Rannoch huffs his cheeky smile, allowing one vein to peek out. He's making a good point, and decided to ignore the Black Wolf's protests. It's... Wait, what is my name? No, that is... No. I kind of want to do it. But, no, I want to try. I mean, we do have only 10 minutes. And just in case we ever do come back to this game, oh yeah, I guess I probably should have predicated this with it. If you wanted me to play this game, then, tell me, and I'll put it higher up on the list of things to do, because right now... Oh, let's see. Is this where I get this stuff? I think it is. Ooh. Right now it's like chord progressions. Oh yeah, that's the one that has like voice acting. Tennis Ace because it's popular. Is Temptations Ballad? I mean, that's another one that's kind of higher up on the list. Maybe I should do this at the end of all this stuff. That's not getting time. Actually, just roll back one just in case that like actually hex up a thing. And just like that, it rolls off my tongue. Dumbass. It's strange to hear it out loud, but it feels right. Oh, for fuck's sake. Dumbass. Good. We're getting somewhere. The grey wolf smiles, ruffling my hair. I consider swatting the paw away, but his kind expression convinces me to simply ignore the forwardness. What we're getting in is some very deep shit. I flinch, seeing the black wolf look at me with cold eyes. We need to kill it. I mean, do you really need to kill me? Because, I mean, isn't the thing that would get killed either way? I freeze, seeing the wolf is not joking. What? Wait, what? Rannoch jumps to his feet, shielding me with his body, his reaction pushing me further into paralysis. I feel like Rannoch is higher up on the familial medieval social ladder than the Black Wolf, whatever his name is, Fulgur. We need to get rid of this freak before anyone finds out. Sheltering another kin is one thing, but having to speak our language is deadly serious. We need to kill it. We are not doing that. Rannoch raises his voice, causing me to wince. Their bodies tense up, and can see their every muscle straining. Rannoch, be reasonable. There's no way you can spin this. We can be banished. I don't care. My heart skips a beat as I hear Rannoch issue a powerful snarl. I cannot see his expression, but I'm sure it mirrors that of the black male, who bares his fangs in a vicious, almost feral way. Both wolves hold their paws close to the chest, with fingers feathered out in anticipation. I cannot stand by while you're making the biggest mistake of your life. This is not a mistake. This is my destiny. Verisa. Well, hopefully, if anybody comes into these guys making all this noise and fighting, then it'll just be friendly banter. Without warning, Fulgur rushes my defender, and they clash a few steps away from the bed, heads butting and paws interlocking. Risa huffs incense and eats hallucinogenic mushrooms. She's not speaking with our ancestors, you know that. I cannot avert my gaze from the spectacle, partially because I'm frozen, but also because my life depends on the result. Also, guess that's a lady. I half expect him to thrash about biting each other, but instead they're locked like this. What I know is that Mother Moon guided me to this human, just like Verisa said she would. She said you'd find your purpose. The ceremony is just a tradition. You were meant to reflect on life by observing falling leaves or a sunset, not break our sacred laws for fucking human. I hear their strained puffs as they wrestle each other in place. Despite how viciously they sound, growling and snarling, I can see they're not really fighting, but rather trying to overpower one another. The human spoke my name. Rannoch struggles, the words through the grunt as Fulgur twists his paws back, forcing the grey wolf to one knee. He is losing. Has it occurred to you that since the human speaks our language, he might have simply read it? What is he even talking about? Where would I have read Rannoch's name? I've never heard it before in my life. Vol, you are my moon brother. I don't want to fight you. That is exactly why I have to fight you. You're about to fuck up our entire lives. Fulgur's gaze shifts towards me, his red eyes piercing right through my flesh. He knows he'll soon have his way. The label snarls and growls begin to send me over the edge, and I know another Pantek is fast approaching. I close my eyes, huddle myself, and slowly rocking back and forth like a traumatized child. I don't think anymore. I just want it all to stop. Stop it! Please! Everything goes silent as I cry out through tears. Just stop! Dumbass! The mattress jumps up as the wolf's weight lands on it. I open my eyes to see the grey wolf splayed out in front of me. Fulgur must have used my cry as a distraction to throw Rannoch back. Okay. I glare at the brew approaching us, and, without even thinking, I shield Rannoch with my own body. Please, don't fight over me. You can have both holes. I mean, I don't understand what I've done wrong. You've done nothing wrong. I feel Rannoch embrace me as he pulls me to the side, covering me with his flank and reversing our positions. Now I see he's the one protecting me. Rannoch's eye is the black male with bewildered determination, and his muzzle twists into a snarling growl, or warning growl. Olger stops, folding his arms and looking down at us with mild contempt, as I stay in the grey wolf's embrace, clinging to his fur. Just want to be close to somebody. I mean, you are. Rannoch, readjusts slightly. Right, Rannoch's the left one, sitting up at the edge of the bed, with me still pressed to his chest, my side resting in his lap. For fuck's sake. I won't let you harm the human. He hugs me tightly, issuing another protective growl. There is a moment of silence while I simply fall deeper and deeper in despair. Why is any of this happening to me? Nothing is ever easy with you, is it? Bulger takes a long, drawn-out sigh, as if releasing all the tension he's built up for this moment, or to this moment. I'm not like you. I don't solve my problems through violence and killing. Pity. Should try it sometime. Rannoch allows me another moment of warmth but then gently pushes me away from his chest. I just sit there, not really present, watching as he clumsily gets back up to his feet. The wolves are now standing side by side, as if almost nothing really happened. It's okay. We're done fighting. He's trying to get me to compose myself, but I'm already far gone. I'm sorry you had to see that. It's not exactly how I envision our introduction. I don't understand what's going on. Why am I here? And who are those monsters? I can't remember anything. Is this really the world I was born into? If so, why does it feel so alien? As if my instincts are telling me this is not home. Shh, it's okay. The Grey Wolf lowers himself to get closer. I close my eyes, huddling tightly to the wall. My head throbs with a torrent of questions that slowly overwhelms me. I hug my knees, press them into my chest. The adrenaline rush, pumped by my palpitating heart, is the only reason I don't break up in tears. Everything is just a blur, and although I can still hear them, nothing really registers. Not consciously, at least. His heart is flaring like a startled bird in a cage. It messes with my instincts. I open my eyes, looking up at them as it stared down at me intensely. It only empowers the erratic pounding in my chest. I can't breathe. Yep, there it is. Undeniable go for the throat feel. The words stick out like a sore thumb, freezing me up in fear. Shut up. Should we call it here? I'm not sure how long this scene would go, but also, I'm not sure it would go. Let's go for a little bit further. Kind wolf snorts at his friend and hunches next to me, leaning closer. He's obviously trying to comfort me, but I can't help but notice his fangs poking out. You feel it too. Don't deny it. I can see you're all tensed up. That statement makes me notice how Rannoch's fur is standing up ever so slightly, his body barely containing some subconscious exhilaration. I flinch away from his gray paw, but the wolf persists. I run out of the room to recede into. No, wait. I run out of room to recede into, as he gently takes hold of my chin and guides my gaze towards his. I meet his docile smile with caution. The road is still disordered by adrenaline haze. Calm down. No one's going to hurt you. I don't feel that's entirely true, recalling what the Black Wolf said just a moment ago. Go for the throat. I cut off sheet of my neck with my hand. Don't listen to him. Your racing heart is just messing with our heads a little. He admits the slight embarrassment as his paw touches my shoulder. Just an uneasy feeling, nothing we would lose control over. I'm more worried you're going to have a heart attack. The girl squeezes my shoulder slightly, as if trying to pull me back from a fit of terror. Like, here's a question: how can you really hear fast pacing hearts? You know, when your head isn't up against someone's chest. I don't. I would have to expect wolves to have good hearing, but I'm not sure about that good of hearing. Then takes a long inhale, his nose close enough to draw strands of my hair in his direction. Breathe in. He holds his breath for a moment, and without realizing, I do as he instructs. And breathe out. I chuckle as the large huff of air brushes over me. That's it. My heart regains a bit of rhythm. I am unsure how I feel about those beastmen's ability to sense my heartbeat, but for a moment it seems to allow Rannoch to guide me back from a panic attack. His gestures and words somehow match my pulse, as he squeezes me gently with every thump inside my chest, always as if giving cues to my startled heart. Finally, I am back to normal, or at least a semblance of it. The wolf keeps a paw on my shoulder, for a while longer, still squeezing in rhythm. Welcome back. I think that might be a good time to call it. It is kind of funny how this and the other game, what was it called? I uploaded it, not too long ago, because I'm gonna try and squeeze these in between maybe Armored Core things, but let's see, what was it called? I'm pretty sure I put it in here. Maybe I didn't move it over. Side plays. No, they were quick looks. Oh, because I didn't put it over yet. I'm pretty sure I uploaded Soul Creek. Which, like, this game is, I guess, teleported to another world, but hey, as long as I'm not a vending machine. And that one is frozen like some kind of pod or something, and then like 1,000 years pass after like an apocalypse, and then there's animal people, but also you have like an AI in your head or something like that. I have that. I was gonna say you have that one higher on the list. It seems a little interesting, but also like this is the only other quick look video that I've done, unless you count Sugar Lane. But that was a while ago, and I already am setting up for a series. Because right now on my thing I have it like Temptations Palette. I can't remember why I picked that one after Chemo Coliseum. Maybe because it kind of had a similar looking universe thing. Oh. So wait, I planned this one to go after the smoke room. Huh. Okay, just didn't put it there. Oh, decisions. But what's a wolf gonna do, wolf? I don't know. Go poof. Wasn't there another one I was thinking of putting up recently-ish? I don't know. It'd be nice if there more of these things had voice acting in them personally, because, hey, it's rough in my throat. Trying to make sound for all these things, because it do be like that. But, yeah, I'll have to, as I'm doing these things, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing in the future. Ooh, but Far Beyond the World isn't going to get a slot anytime soon if it's coming after the smoke room, I guess. We'll have to see about that. Oh yeah, and at this quick look, so please comment, cause I like comments, some you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. I mean, sure, it will be a long time before tip or trick happens for this game. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please subscribe and check out the videos to help it grow. And please remember to spay new year, must have control of the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available for free on itch.io. It was last updated in like September 2022, but on as you can see, but you can't actually see it on their flip. What is this? Patreon. It's last updated September 30th of this year. But yeah, it's $1 a month to get the most up-to-date version. But also, the thing that I found weird was, I mean, let's just roll this back just in case. Dark. And then do all this. Do. Welcome back. Hyena. Because when I actually started this thing, I started it with version 1.3, at which point it seems like, I don't know, I guess they, this is the newer version, but that was like, and start the game. Oh no, save functionality needs to be reinstated. What are you gonna do? And then dark, and then chapter 13, like, is this one of those games where you start it and search at chapter 13, but then it goes to chapter 1, and then chapter something else? Also, who's Salif? Um, main menu. To access chapters 1 through 9, download that from our itch.io page. I don't know why they did that. Maybe it was like they switched to another engine at 9, but like they switched to a better engine, but then it's like, well, to update everything from like chapter 1 to chapter 8 would be a bit of a pain. Not sure. But I wonder how long this game is. Though that would mean it doesn't really have choices, right? Unless more choices only happen in chapter 9, or if it's going to be one of those things where you pick what you picked. Don't know. But yeah, this seems more advanced right here than the game we're, playing just there. What happens if we load this? Yeah, it do be like that. Well, anyways, yeah, Far Beyond the World. I need to go to the external link so I can at least copy or follow their FA. So anyways, yeah, that's it. Spay neuter your animals, and until next time on a Let's Play, or quick look, sorry. Me, GamerWolfSix, I have another visual novel that I'll check out. So thanks and see ya.